I wanted to start this words of wisdom with a question. Can I get a show of hands for how many people have seen the movie Kung Fu Panda? Okay, everyone. Good. I was a little worried that I was going to be showing my age there, but I guess we're still good. So, just to remind you all, there's this scene in the movie where Po is super upset about his training, and he's up on this hill and he's eating peaches from this sacred peach tree. And Master Oogway, who's like the wise old sensei tortoise, comes up to him and they have this little conversation. And Master Oogway says this to him. He says, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why they call it the present." So I put that quote in my yearbook when I graduated high school. And I know it's kind of cheesy and it's kind of silly, but I do think that there's actually some really valuable lessons that we can take away from it. So, I've been told many times that I'm a very present person, that I have this ability to live in the moment and really be here, if that makes sense. And I've never put much thought into that. I've more or less taken those comments at face value, like, yeah, sure, I'm present, what about it? But when I was writing this words of wisdom the other day, I got to thinking about exactly what makes me present. And I realized a few things. First, being present isn't an always-on thing for me. I have to continually make decisions on whether or not to live in the moment. And even if I'm not actively making those decisions, they're still going on in my subconscious all day. When I wake up, when I'm at meals, in activities all day. And second, that I haven't always been good at being present. You guys want to know how I know that? It's because of memories. Let me explain. If I were to ask some of the older guys around the campfire ring right now, they could list off 5 or 10 of their favorite memories from Camp Deerhorn. I'd be willing to bet that most of those memories are from more recent years than longer ago. I know that's how it is for me. But Henry, you might say, that's not fair. Because that's just how memories work. We forget more things as more time passes. Well, sure, that's part of it. But maybe, just maybe, it's also because we learn a greater appreciation for the present, for the here and now as we grow older. I'm also willing to bet that if you older campers took a second to think about your fondest camp memories, you'd find that they came at times when you were diving into the moment. When you were really fully there, when you were present. That's why you remember those experiences so fondly, and that's why others seem so foggy and great. If you spend all your time reflecting on the past or worrying about the future, you can never truly let yourself enjoy the moments and experiences that are happening around you and to you right now. That to me is what being present is about. It's about letting go of that constant swirl of questions, of recollection, of anticipation and worry, and saying to yourself, let me stop, let me look around, and take in the world as it really is. So I'd like you guys all to try it for yourself right now. Take a look around at your friends. Look at the trees and the lake and the sky. Smell the smells of the forest. Even feel that mosquito bite you've been itching all day. Take the good with the bad and just be here, right now. Camp Deerhorn is a magical place. I think everyone here knows that. And I also think that everyone here has a slightly different reason why it's so magical for them. Part of it, for me, is that being at Deerhorn makes it so easy to be present. Out there, past the 2-mile sign, is the real world. And it's complicated out there. There is so much information, and there are so many people constantly throwing out reminders of things past and things to come. So it's no wonder that we struggle to stay grounded in the present. But at camp, all of that clutter drops away, and in its place comes an appreciation for the here and now. You know when you first step off the buses, and it almost feels like everything up here has a glow to it? That's the feeling of being present when you haven't been present in a while. And that's what's really special about it. Now, I've talked a lot about what being present is, but I think it's also important to understand what being present isn't. So being present, it's not the same thing as just not thinking about anything at all. When you're being present, you're still thinking about the things happening around you, but you're allowing those experiences to flow directly into you rather than filtering them through distractions about the past and the future. I also want to make clear that while being present is great, there is also a definite place for not being present. The only way we can grow is by learning from the past, and it does take a little bit of self-reflection to do that. And while walking through life completely in the moment might be nice, it would also be aimless. We need to plan for the future sometimes, or else we'd lose all sense of direction. Keep those things in mind when you leave here today. So I said earlier that I haven't always been good at being present, and that's true. Even up here, it does take practice to be present. When I look at the guys on staff over there, I see some of my closest friends in the whole world. We made so many awesome memories together, and we're going to make so many more. But when I think back to my early days at camp, I don't think that I became close with a single one of them over there before my third year as a camper. That's 2 whole years at Deerhorn, where I missed out on making lifelong friendships because I was too preoccupied with my own thoughts about the past and the future. So in light of that, I have a challenge for everyone here, but especially all you younger campers. Don't be present because Henry told you to during words of wisdom. Don't be present because it's going to make you a more thoughtful person or help you remember things better, although it might do both of those things. Be present because life is more fun that way. Try to take a few minutes each day, at the very least, to step back and just be here. It will be a conscious effort at first. You will be thinking about it. But over time, it'll become more and more natural until you don't realize you're doing it at all. You'll be shocked at how much more enjoyable the little things become when you allow yourself to experience them with a clear head and a focused mind. Your life is happening right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow. So carpe diem and seize the day. It's just like Master Uguay said, the day is a gift. It'd be silly not to unwrap the presents we've been given. Thank you guys.